Coming to you live from the studios of 100.9 FM WCHQ and WCHQFM.com. This is In the Studio with your host, Gavin Castor. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to In the Studio. Gavin Castor with you, and we want to welcome to our show Miss Brooke Hall.
Standing at the edge of desperation, staring hope square in the eye, knowing we can't fight this forever. It's something we just can't deny. 'Cause we've been knocked down and we gotten back up again. It's our last chance to see if we contend. This love moment not wasted. Just take my hand, we can't deny. We're gonna jump, fall or fly. Fall or fly. The path we travel down is at a crossroad. We just can't seem to agree. Do we walk away, try harder, to a desperate attempt to see? 'Cause we've been knocked down and we gotten back up again. It's our last chance to see if we contend. This love moment not wasted. Just take my hand, we can't deny. We're gonna jump, fall or fly. If this is what we want, gotta try. If this is what we want, gotta fight. 'Cause we've been knocked down and we gotten back up again. It's our last chance, see if we contend. This love moment not wasted. Just take my hand, baby, just take my hand. We're gonna jump, fall or fly. Fall or fly.
100.9 WCHQ Louisville. Brooke Hall live in the studio. Beautiful, beautiful song.
Thank you, Gavin.
I love the picking too.
I like to kind of pick it out and then
Yeah,
kind of rock it in.
yeah, yeah. It's a whole lot nicer than being a hummer and a strummer.
Oh, exactly.
Sorry to all you hummer and strummers out there.
Yeah.
But, and there's a place for you too. You know, I didn't mean to defeat that, but there's something about picking like that.
Oh, I like to do
Beautiful
that.
stuff. Yeah, and great voice.
Oh, thank you.
You sounded really good. It's been a long, long time since we we
Yeah.
got together.
Yeah, I mean,
I
since
kinda-
that first open mic.
Yeah, I kind of fell off the face of the earth, and we just kind of went two different directions. So I'm really thrilled to have you here tonight.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on for sure.
Yeah, it's great to see you writing and creating and recording. You got an EP coming out soon, right?
I do. Yeah, fall or fly, actually.
Fall
Fall or fly.
or Fly.
Yep.
Great title.
Thank you.
Is that a song?
Yep, that was
Title?
this one right here.
That's
That's
this
just
one.
plain fall or fly. Yeah.
Shows you how much I'm paying attention here.
No, I didn't name it. I didn't name it, so you're good.
Yeah,
I just took right
cool.
off. So
That's awesome. Lots of people already on. Megan Julius. Hey, Megan. And Karen Miller. Those guys were on last week and
Yeah,
totally
they rocked
the
it
place.
out.
They really did.
They did.
Great job. Hi, Sabrina and Jeremy Arnold, too. So thanks
Hey,
so
out there,
much for
guys.
tuning in, guys. Appreciate that. And if you're watching on the video, be sure to put in your earbuds or play it through some really good stereo speakers, because Colin Trask in the studio is the sound is running right through our board, and he does a fantastic job with all the treatments and the mixes and all that stuff. So we're really, really happy to have him.
Yeah, thank you, Colin.
So, why don't we start at the beginning? I was going to say you're not that old. Of course, at my age, everybody 35 years or younger are kids.
I'm there. I'm close to that age.
Yeah. Okay.
sure.
Cool. But tell us what got you into music. How did you get started into it, and when you got started into it?
Well, I grew up listening to music. All my family, my grandparents listened to country music radio. The radio never shut off. My parents listens to music. So I don't know. I was immersed in music of different genres from a young age, and then I began playing saxophone in the school band and was interested in percussion and drums. And so my parents, I said, hey, I want a drum set for Christmas. And so they bought me one, and then had to endure all the banging on the skins for a while until
nice.
I was getting a little bit better as we went along. But yeah, so I owe a lot to my parents of just hearing me from drums to guitar to a fiddle to mandolin to every Christmas I asked them for something else. So yeah, I started out on the drums kind of. Been in several cover bands around town over the years, and I was writing the entire time, and just finally the last couple of years just kind of stepped out and was just trying to share my songs and improve vocally, and so here we are.
Yeah.
A couple of years down the road.
On
so
the radio. That's awesome.
on the radio, yeah. So yeah, it's been a journey. It's been fun, and all the
Yeah.
people I've met, and like Megan and Karen and people like you, and it's just a cool journey, and to see people.
It's an
do what they
amazing.
love.
It's an amazing town to be in too.
Oh, it's awesome to be immersed in this town. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I've been out of it for a while. I got to get back into it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Thank you. And I've caught up with a few people, and they said, "Man, where you been?" So, and it feels, it's an incredible feeling when people say, "Man, we got to have you here." It's just not a, one told me it's not a benefit when Gavin Castor's not there playing it.
Oh, sure.
Like, I don't mean to brag. I don't want to turn this around to me, but just to show how nurturing and how loving this community is.
Oh, this community's great. Yeah, to take you in and just,
Yeah.
they build you up and just support you. And
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, we just talked before we went live about collaborating and
Yeah.
playing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. I've got several tunes, and it had you on it. Both the drums and the cajon. I thought Brooke could rock the cajon on this one.
I would love to. Yeah.
So, really, really anxious to get the project moving forward. So,
I look forward to working with you.
well, thank you.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Cool.
You want to play us another tune? In case you're just tuning in, this is In the Studio with myself, Gavin Castor, as your host. Brooke Hall is my guest, and we'll talk about recording her EP after this tune.
So I'm going to brief you on this tune. This is called Texas. Hopefully my sister's on. I don't know if she's on yet or not. But she moved to Texas a few years ago, and so that's what I do is write a song. And so I told her, instead of griping about it or whatever, I'll just write you a song. And so this song is called Texas, and it was for her.
Yeah, she said she's leaving this town, gonna head out west, where the wildflowers grow. She spent a little time in a cut-off jeans and at the rodeo. She has some two-stepping nights, being spun around by an old cowboy.
Sorry. Let's start that one over. Sorry. My bad.
No problem.
says she's leaving this town, gonna head out west where the wildflowers grow. She spent a little time in a cut-off jeans and at the rodeo. She has them two-stepping knives being spun around on a hardwood floor by no cowboy and a honky-tonk she might just fall for. Texas, that's where she wants to be, riding horseback where she feels wild and free. At the old Red River she'll dance the night away. She keeps a flask in her boot for a shot of whiskey after a long hard day. Yeah, don't do her wrong, 'cause she'll be long gone in Texas. Yeah, Texas, that's where she wants to be. She said the stars are big and bright in that Texas sky, a blanket in the truck bed on a shiner box summer night. Nowhere else she'd rather be instead. Texas, that's where she wants to be, riding horseback where she feels wild and free. At the old Red River she'll dance the night away. She keeps a flask in her boot for a shot of whiskey after a long hard day. Yeah, don't do her wrong, she'll be long gone in Texas. Yeah, Texas, that's where she wants to be. She's all packed up, headed out west, gonna miss her, but I wish her the best. In Texas, that's where she wants to be, riding horseback where she feels loud and free. At the old Red River she'll dance the night away. She keeps a flask in her boot for a shot of whiskey after a long hard day. Yeah, don't do her wrong, 'cause she'll be long gone in Texas. Yeah, Texas, that's where she wants to be. But she says she's leaving this town.
Brooke Hall live in the studio here on 100.9 WCHQ Louisville. Great
Thank
stuff.
you. Thank you. Sorry about that. I totally skipped
Yeah.
a line, so I'm like, you know what? Let's just start it over. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
sometimes
okay.
you got to do that. Live radio, that's
That's okay.
the beauty of it.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right. Whitney Miller, thanks so much for watching. My girl, keep chasing your dreams. You're gonna make it.
Thank you, Whitney.
Well, you got a lot further than I did. You played Bluebird. That's like
That's true. Yeah, on my
a dream
birthday
forever.
even.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, that's fantastic. So I'd always been wanting to play at the Bluebird, and so for my birthday this year, I didn't really have an idea what I wanted to do, and then I was like, I'll just try to call in, because the process. You have to call the day of,
Yeah.
and to see if you get through.
Yeah.
So I called for 20 minutes straight. So calling into a radio station kind of.
Yeah.
So I just kept calling, and I was about ready to give up, and so I was like, I'll just try a few more minutes.
Right.
Got through, drove down. You stand in line, and it's so small, but it's such an intimate place to go play as a
Yeah.
songwriter, because it is small, and people are there to listen.
Yeah.
And so it's sort of intimidating.
Well, yeah, because if you open your beer, you're asked to leave. That's how
Yeah.
strict they are as far as listening.
Yeah, I mean,
being in
it's
the audience.
a very cool place for a songwriter, though. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
And you never know who you're playing for or playing to.
That's true. That's true. You should go there. You should check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I should.
You should.
Yeah, I remember Joel Timothy telling me his experience, and he's tuning his guitar and looks up, and there's Garth and Trisha right
Oh,
in
really?
the front row. I can't tell you his reply on the radio, but
You can tell me that first.
yeah, it was Garth and Trisha, and he looks over, and there's there's Trent and Lisa, you know, over on the other side of the room, and he's like, "Oh my goodness," you know.
What
How
an
am I gonna-
experience, though, right?
Yeah, no pressure, but what an experience.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to know. They said, you know, if somebody's playing, you can't even open your beer bottle. They wait till between songs to open it, so you don't hear that.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
dead quiet when you're playing. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
It is dead quiet. So you know, they're all eyes are on you, and they're kind of right in front of you, and so it's
yeah,
just a good space to play and to practice that.
yeah,
You know, writing songs and playing it out for people, but in an intimate setting where you know they're listening to you instead of in a bar where all this noise is going on. It's a totally
Yeah.
different experience.
yeah. The bar, you're basically musical wallpaper.
Sure.
Yeah, you're just in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
There's usually that one or two, you know, 2 or 3 people though
That are
you know,
listening,
that
yeah.
are listening, and you see them, and that's who you play to.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool when at the end of the night, after all that, and that 1 or 2 people walk up to you and say, "I really enjoyed it, that particular song," or whatever. That makes the whole night.
Oh yeah. When you've had those people come up to you and that they were listening,
Yeah,
But yeah, and the nice thing about it is too, most of the time you're playing out, besides the Bluebird, you know that some people might be listening, but the Bluebird, you know that they are. So
yeah, that's right.
you know that they are.
That's real intimidating.
It's fun though.
And you live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah,
No problem.
for all of
I
us.
just keep
living
thinking about this
vicariously.
cajon in my back of my mind. So
Oh yeah,
Gavin built a cajon,
yeah,
and you know we've talked about it, and he's told me about it. So for I don't know, the last couple of months
last couple of months we've been threatening to get together.
yeah. So I definitely want to do that and see this cajon and
Yeah. Well, cool.
play it
And play it. Yeah.
and play it.
Yeah. It doesn't have a snare. Sorry to disappoint people, but it has great bass response. So
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'll
to
bring
look.
it to open mic. I just want to announce the third Monday of each month now, instead of in the studio, Tez from Too Deep will have a guest in the studio performing live. So it's thrilling. So I'll be going to an open mic that night
Can't wait.
with the cajon,
There you go.
in case you want to see that. Shout out to Colin Lemure, who is watching now, who joined. And Jess Langer, haven't seen you in a long time, girl. Hope you're still watching. I'd love to have you in on my show. So give me a ring. Darlene Hall, Mom.
And that's my mom. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
Mom.
so proud of you. I'm proud of her too, Darlene. Thanks so much. And yeah, Kelsey's on.
Okay, Kelsey's finally on. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, Ashley, she was on from the very beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
So hi, Ashley. Thanks so much. And I promised our listeners we'd talk about recording your EP.
Yeah.
You already had songs written, obviously.
I did. I
Later
did a
on.
4-song EP. Mixed and mastered it myself. And so I'm still figuring out if I should get it mastered again one more time before I just pushed it out there. And so I'm kind of giving it to a few people for listen. But
Sure.
yeah, it's going to be totally out by this end of this year at the latest. So I'm
Great.
excited about that. And I'm playing a couple songs from that EP tonight.
Excellent.
So they'll be able to hear a little bit of what's going to be on there.
Okay. We'll go into a little more detail. Why don't you play us another tune?
Okay.
And in case you're tuning in, you're listening to In the Studio here on 100.9 FM WCHQ Louisville. This is Brooke Hall.
This song's called Hellfire and Holy Water, and this is on the upcoming E EP.
You're one of a kind, can't fit you in. Got a mind of your own. You're an angel from above with a wild side. Your heart's just like home. Yeah, you're a wild Mustang that can't be tamed. Now they prove at Sunday's altar there ain't nothing like the sight of you. Break this old heart in two, make me wanna stay. Make it hard to sell, to walk away from you. You're like hellfire and holy water. Hellfire and holy water. Like bourbon on the rocks and alcohol off the edge. It's a good kind of burn. That Kentucky welcome sign to know your heart. No place you'd rather return. Yeah, you're a wild Mustang that can't be tamed. Sunshine before the rain. You're hellfire and holy water. Now they prove at Sunday's altar there ain't nothing like the sight of you. Break this old heart in two, make me wanna stay. Make it hard to sell, to walk away from you. You're like hellfire and holy water. Hellfire and holy water.
.9 WCHQ Louisville. Brooke Hall performing live in the studio. Great stuff.
Thank you.
I am really anxious to get my hands on that EP when it comes out.
I can't wait to share it.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of a perfectionist, so
Yeah, it's a tough point. My son, I've referred to this so many times in the past. He and my nephew produced an album by the Dead Tree Models, and it was on and off for 14 months, and some of these songs had like 40 tracks on them, even though they were a 3-piece band. There was just so many effects and pans and
Wow.
because it was a psychedelic album, and we still play it once in a while on the radio here. And so, and his reasoning, his question was, how do you know when you're done? You know?
yeah.
When,
That's the thing I
'cause
couldn't
we're
decide.
musicians are OCD to the nth degree, because we don't listen. You know, when you listen to your guitar playing, you're not listening to chords. You're listening to each individual string
Oh yeah.
vibrating. You know, that's how musicians listen to music. They break down every tone, every note, everything. And so, have you reached that point where you know, okay, it's done, ready
I
to
don't
go?
think so ever. I mean, at one point you just have to be like, okay, I'm done. But no,
Yeah.
I was going back and forth between. So I'm a drummer, as we know, and so I was going
Right.
back and forth between do I add bass and get drums to this, or do I just leave it strictly acoustic? And so that was kind of I did both of that for a while. I recorded both and just to see what it sounded like.
Yeah,
Then I stripped it back down
yeah,
to just the acoustic and vocals. And so, I mean, it's, kind of what do you want to hear and what sounds good, and breaking it all apart and tearing
Right.
it down is a process, and just
yeah.
deciding what you want kind of is complicated.
It is.
It can be.
Yeah, you can overthink it really, really easily.
Oh, yeah.
So, so what can we expect to hear? Are we going to hear like solo acoustic vocals?
Yeah, you're just going to hear acoustic and vocals on this first EP.
Okay.
I would like to eventually do some that adds, some
Mm-hmm.
drums in there, because obviously I hear the drums in these songs, so
Sure.
I would like to eventually add those in.
Well, the beauty about something like this is, you get the songs out there, and these are brilliant songs, by the way. You can tell a song is good when it is stripped down and it's not missing anything. And that's the mark of good songwriting.
I appreciate that.
Yes. But what's really cool is you can come back and revisit them in future albums when you are going full band and give somebody a different perspective with the drums and electric guitars and backing vocals and
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So something to look forward to, hint hint wink wink
Yeah.
in the near future, guys.
With yours too, Gavin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mine too.
Yours too.
Yeah. I won't tell you what Meg and Julia said, but I'll tell you that after the show, but it's something really funny.
Okay. I'm sure it was by her, yeah.
Regarding our conversation here.
They're fun for sure.
Yeah. And Paige Comer has joined us.
Hey, Paige.
Yeah, Hellfire
Hellfire and
don't-
Holy Water.
Thank you, Hellfire and Holy Water. It's been a long weekend, guys. She said one of my favorites. She posted that while you're playing. Jeremy Arnold. Wow, such an awesome song. So yeah, proof positive. Don't take my word for it.
Thank you.
It's great stuff. So, like you said, you decided to go stripped down, which is fun. It works great for you too, because you basically play solo gigs anyway, right?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to your songs, I mean, you're still sitting in with other bands and so forth,
I
playing
am, yeah.
drums.
Playing drums, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to kind of get set up to where I can sit on something and play
Mm-hmm.
as I'm playing. I got a harmonica last week, so I'm excited to adventure into that world.
Yeah. I've never been that brave.
Oh, you should. It was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
not saying
My-
I'm great at all, but it just was.
Talk about my son all the time. He can do it. He plays harmonica. He is wicked good on
Yeah,
harmonica.
see, I'm excited to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a great guy. I can't say kid anymore. He's 27, but can't talk enough about him. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, like you could set up a cajon with double pedals or something, with
Yeah, I think it'd be fun just to
tambourine.
try it out, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people, have a tambourine under the foot and a bass and a kick pedal on the cajon and with the snare, so you get the snare effect.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot with those these days.
Yeah, but I also just like it stripped down, just
Yeah,
acoustic and
I like that because it's more intimate. You
yeah.
know.
It's just that raw feeling of just, here it is,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
So, do you prefer one thing over another, such as as far as performing? Do you prefer playing drums more, or do you enjoy the
Oh, that's
solo?
tough. Such a tough question.
That's what I'm
That's
here
really
for.
tough.
Yeah.
I love to play the drums, and so actually, I played this past Friday at Goodwood for the benefit for Time and Space, and so I did around a half-hour acoustic set, which was great. And then later
Yeah.
in the night, they did a jam, and so I got up and played
Nice.
the drums, and so, I love the drums, and that's kind of like my first love, and so
Yeah.
I don't know that you ever kind of,
It's kind of an apples and oranges thing,
yeah.
You love them both.
I do,
Yeah.
but I love to write, and
For
so I
different
mean, if I'm
reasons.
going to write these songs, I've got to share them some way. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of which, you got another one for us?
sure.
Cool. You're listening to In the Studio here on 100.9 FM WCHQ Louisville, and my guest tonight is Brooke Hall.
So this song's called Dreamcatcher. I was watching the news about a month and a half ago, I guess now, and they were talking about suicide rate in America, and the suicide has affected us all, and it's hit home quite a few times in my world, and so I don't know. I just sat down after that newscast that morning and wrote this song. It's called Dreamcatcher, and just basically letting people know that someone's there for them. So. You try to be strong, take the world on your shoulders, thinking you can withstand any storm, like the snowbirds in Boulder. Sometimes
know you matter to me. Just let out your scream and let me be. Ah, let me be your dream catcher. You're here rock bottom, but I'm here with an outstretched hand. No, we don't have to be alone, but I'm here to make a stand. Sometimes we need a dream catcher, even though we think we're fine. There's hope and healing, protected feeling. It's the answer we all need from time to time. Before you let your heart shatter, just know you matter to me. Just let out your scream and let me be. Ah, let me be your dream catcher. Don't get it twisted, I know it's hard for you to let down your guard, for me to see your heart tattered and bruised, but we exist to love one another. Give me one chance to prove. Sometimes we need a dream catcher, even though we think we're fine. There's hope and healing, protected feeling. It's the answer we all need from time to time. Before you let your heart shatter, just know you matter to me. Just let out your scream and let me be. Ah, let me be your dream catcher.
100.9 WCHQ Louisville. Brooke Hall performing live. Great stuff. And let's talk about your guitar for a minute.
Oh, June?
June, yes. What an amazing sound. Of course, it helps. We got Colin at the helm,
yeah.
too. We've got it double amped. We got a mic'd and we have a DI'd. And Colin makes it sound so sweet.
Yeah, Colin's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. So tell us about June. Because when I saw you a couple of years ago, you had like
A dean.
a dean. Yeah.
So, yeah, I had a dean, and like I said, my parents have, well, we were talking before the show, but my parents have
Yeah.
just been so supportive and awesome about buying all these different instruments for me, and every Christmas comes around, I'm the biggest kid and ask for something toy kind of. And so, so I walked into Guitar Emporium a couple summers ago and just browsing, and June was hanging up on the wall,
Yeah.
and I pulled her down and just started playing, and I knew that I need to walk out with this guitar. So
Yeah.
June, the name June comes from it's going to sound kind of selfish, but June, summertime, I love the summertime. It's fun.
Yeah.
And June is my birthday month, and it's just a fun time of year for me, and I so enjoy celebrating my birthday, and just,
That's
I think
awesome.
you should appreciate yourself, and,
Yeah.
just love yourself and have fun. So
Sure.
this makes it fun for me, and so it's June.
It's June.
It's June.
Yeah. How appropriate. Yeah. I mean, it's either the month or Carter Cash,
There you go. There you go.
I knew it was one or the other.
One or the other. Well,
I was all
It's
day
the other.
long. I was thinking, how are we going to talk about June? And I know it's either Carter Cash or it's the month of June. So
the month of June.
it's
That's
the month
it.
of June.
It's a
How
Gemini.
awesome. Yeah, Gemini. So you two are twins, right?
We were twins, yeah.
So when you got
Jekyll
June,
and Hyde, Hyde and Jekyll, just never know.
there you go. We'll leave it to the listener to
There
decide.
you go. There you go.
So one of my favorite quotes is from Brandy Carlisle, who said that every guitar has its own songs in it. So when you got June, did you find your songwriting go to a different direction, or did these songs just come out from playing?
Yeah,
playing
June,
the
actually,
guitar?
so when we met at the open mic of Alana's,
Yeah,
I had the dean, and then I kind of disappeared for a while.
yeah,
And so, yeah, when I got June, I really kind of started pushing myself out to play more. And so, June's kind of been on that journey with me
that's awesome.
this whole time. So, yeah.
Yeah. There's always something incredibly special about guitar, from the songs. I watched a video of James Taylor going into his vault, and he pulled out one of his guitars, and he said, "Yeah, this is the one, Fire and Rain, Carolina on My Mind." He starts rattling all these songs off, and "Hey, Mister, it's me on the jukebox," and we're, wow, and you could, gaze upon the guitar and just almost see the songs, coming out of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And he said, of course, it's not much playable anymore. Guitars are not like violins. Violins, you can play them for 200 years, but guitars, they only last a while. And
Yeah, this one had some age on it.
yeah,
I'll shout out. I know he's probably not on there, but Bill Barney was the one who kind of brought June back to life for me.
Oh,
it needed
excellent.
some work, and so yeah, he helped
he
me
is
out.
excellent. Yeah,
He was great. Yeah.
he fixed one of my guitars, and of course, he's an authorized Martin and Taylor repair guy.
He's fantastic.
Luthier,
Yeah.
great guy too.
Yeah, he's funny.
He is. He's
Yeah,
funny.
he's funny.
I love his approach. If you've never met him, he is incredibly dry, incredibly deadpan. So
Yes, I love that.
his jokes will go right over your head and then smack you in the back of your head.
Yeah, he was fun to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that. The headstock broke on mine, and he's so it was a very clean break. So if there was any way you could break a guitar headstock, that would be the route to go. It's very easy repair. It was a great, and he had it fixed, and I thought it'd be like 3 weeks because he has, a backstock of guitars he's constantly working on, and he got it done pretty quick because it was an easy fix.
Yeah, at the time, I don't even think he had a Facebook page when I contacted him.
Yeah.
And he was still super booked when I contacted him. So
Yeah, everybody around town. There's several main. I mean, Steve Cooley at Guitar Emporium. Chad used to be at Music or Guitar Center. I forgot where he's at now. He might be up at Maxwell's House of Music.
Oh,
And Bill Barney. Yeah, those are the three names you hear most of the time.
He was excellent. So
Yeah. So in case you're wondering, even if you have a guitar that you want to put a pickup in, he can do it for you. Because a friend of mine had one, had a Martin, real nice guitar, and did not have a pickup in it, and he wanted it, and Bill took care of him on it. So. Shout out. Aaron Biebelhauser has joined, and John Gage has joined. So no pressure there, Brooke.
no pressure there. Yeah. Yeah.
Two Louisville legends listening in. Thanks so much. And I also want to emphasize, if you're watching the Facebook video, be sure to put in your earbuds or listen to some good speakers or turn on our app. You can grab our app, WCHQFM.com, or go to your Play Store, whichever, your Apple Store or your App Store, and plug in WCHQ in the search engine and pull up our app. It's really cool. Really cool.
Good deal.
Yeah. So, in case you just tuning in, I'm talking with Brooke Hall. We're catching up here after a couple of years.
After a couple of years, yeah. And I mean, we'll go ahead and shout out to Gavin too. You know, about his GoFundMe page, and
Oh, thanks.
we've been friends for a long time, and you know,
Yeah.
just want to give that shout back out to you because it's
Thank you.
we care about you and we want to support you as well. So please go out to Gavin's GoFundMe page and support him, and I'll let him talk about that for a minute.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I usually finish every show with this. On May 10th, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and we found it really early. And so there's a treatment that I qualify for called HIFU, High Intensity Focused Ultrasound, that actually focuses the beam right to the tiny place, tiny tumor, and ablates it and leaves everything else intact. And it's a 6-day recovery, and I'm back to work. And it's one treatment, but it's not covered by health insurance right now. There's another 2 years, another 2-year wait before it's covered by private insurance. Medicare covers it. So if I were 65 years old, I would be covered. But I have another 9 years to go before then. So there's a GoFundMe page. There's another benefit in the works. So anyway, and I'll post the GoFundMe page in the comments at the end of the show. And thank you so much to everybody who's contributed, donated so far. If you would spread the word, and we'll get it back up and running. It's been stalled for the past couple of weeks, but we get it back up and running again. So thank you, Brooke.
Hey, no problem. We care
mentioning
about
that.
you and want you to get better, and
Well, thank you.
we support you. So
Appreciate it. It's overwhelming sometimes
yeah,
when to get all this love and support. I still have people, pinging me on Facebook Messenger. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
You doing okay? And it's don't stop pinging me. I really appreciate it. It's very heartwarming, and we're finally getting everything in line as far as putting this in its place. Right now, for the past 6 months, that's all I've been dealing with, and so I haven't been going out or doing anything. And now we have a plan together, so now I can get back out and get back into the scene because I miss it a lot.
we miss
So,
you too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
In case you're tuning in the studio with Gavin here on 100.9 WCHQ Louisville, my guest tonight is Brooke Hall. You got another one for us?
Sure. The song's called Waiting.
There is a silence when you speak, where the heartbreak each time my heart beats. There is a distance on your lips each time I lean in for your kiss. 'Cause I'm here waiting for you to make that step. I know you don't believe this heartbreak's killing me, and I'm just waiting on you to move on. 'Cause you're already gone. Now I'm just waiting on you to leave. There is a coolness in your touch, with a moment don't dare much. There is a loneliness in your eyes, one that comes as no surprise. 'Cause I'm here waiting for you to make that step. I know you don't believe this heartbreak's killing me, and I'm just waiting on you I'm here waiting for you to make that step. I know you don't believe this heartbreak's killing me, and I'm just waiting on you to move on. 'Cause you're already gone. Now I'm just waiting on you. Yeah, I'm just waiting on you. I'm just waiting on you to leave.
.9 WCHQ Louisville. Brooke Hall performing live in the studio here. And I got to say, you know, the way you play the guitar, the way you fill in everything, you don't need all the other instruments around it. I mean, this is what your EP is going to sound like.
It is, yeah.
You got no problem with it. It worked for Patty Griffin. You know, her first album was a solo, and every little bit is still one of my favorite tunes.
Yeah, so
all time.
I did vocal lessons for a few months with Turley Richards, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
he knows I'm a drummer, you know, and so the very first time I played for him, that's what he said. He goes, basically, I play guitar sometimes really rough and like acoustically, or not acoustically, but like with percussion, you know, just
Yeah, you're
adding
percussive
all that
with
in,
it.
yeah. And so he kind of was pointing that out one day when we were chatting. So,
Yeah.
but I hear that. That's what I hear. So,
Yeah. He's a wonderful guy too.
oh, he was fun too. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and when you can do that, that really adds a lot to it. Like you say, you don't need the drums in the background or the bass.
Yeah.
It's just really, I love all the chord changes and the runs up the neck and everything. It's a very nice sound.
Thank you.
Very nice sound. So what's in the future for you? More
It's a great
songs.
question. Yeah, more songs for sure. I'm working on some new ones right now. So a lady I work with, she's a huge Jimmy Buffett fan, and so last week we were chatting because I was telling her, you know, I was working on new material, and so she wanted me to write a song about being a parrot head.
Oh yeah.
And so I went and wrote it that afternoon. Actually, we were talking about it. Was thinking about it on the way home. You know, sometimes those songs just kind of come out, and other times
Yeah.
a song will sit in the book for a year or
Yeah.
longer. So
Yeah. That one just came to you on the way home.
yeah,
right?
sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But that was a fun song to write. And I write a lot of real serious, you know, storytelling type songs, and so I'm kind of trying to branch out and just be a little bit more fun and
Yeah.
carefree. I kind of get a little bit too deep sometimes, I think. My sister, Kelsey, usually tells me when we go out, you know, to play something, you know, upbeat.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm in a bar, so, I mean, they can drink to this stuff. No, I just want to get a little bit more.
Add to the alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, help the bartenders out a little.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's what it's about, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring people in and send them to the bar.
Yeah, I'm trying to write some, you know, more upbeat, fun songs, but
Yeah.
they're on the way. I'm working on
Has
some.
that been a lot of a challenge? Of course, you got the Parrot Head, so it just came to you.
Yeah.
But
I'll try to
do
write
you look
one.
at it as a challenge?
Sometimes just because I love to hear different people's stories and, you know,
Yeah.
personal experiences. Some songs are personal, some songs aren't. And so, you know, just talking to other people. And so I have a counseling background.
Oh,
You know, I'm in
yeah.
education. So, you know, that kind of
That's a lot to
filters
draw
into
on.
that, and you
Yeah.
draw off of those things. And a lot of times it's not always, you know,
Yeah.
fun, but I love to have fun. So,
Oh, yeah. It's like country songs in the 70s, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just downright depressing, but it was why? Because it was real life. you know.
Yeah.
He does run out on you, you know.
yeah, that people
But,
can relate to, you know?
People can relate to, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, in the 70s, people lived vicariously through rock stars with their touring and so forth, and they wrote about what they knew, which was traveling on the road playing music, you know. But now, everything is turned to family and raising kids and relationships, and people can really connect with that
Oh, sure.
a lot more. Yeah, we've been on the road, so let's turn our attention to family now.
Yeah, the more people can relate to that, and
Yeah,
they get those songs are more appealing than. But the
Yeah.
fun ones, you got to have fun songs in there. So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
I'm going to have you close with that. We're coming up on the last 5 minutes, and Cheryl Harmony has just joined us, and Vela Muir, the complete band, is now with
the
us.
complete band. Okay.
Yeah, Jordan Hubbard just joined us. So thanks, guys, for joining us. And it's been a thrill to have you here, Brooke.
Oh, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for
Thanks
having me,
so
Gavin.
much.
And look forward to maybe coming back.
And a big shout out to Colin for doing such a beautiful job again. He does this every week, no matter if it's a 12-piece band like Zuzu Yaya or a solo. You make it sound like $1 million. So thank you,
Yes,
Colin.
thank you, Colin.
Coming here every week. And of course, he also produces live at Letter Song on Sunday nights. You can catch that live on Sunday night at 7 o'clock at Letter Song Calligraphy Studio. And of course, we play the recorded show right before this show every Monday night. 10 o'clock, Cal Reed will be in with Vinyl Sickness, playing tunes from the vinyl albums. Next week, we have Hannon in the studio, so you don't want to miss that. And once again, shout out to Kathy Weisbach, who started this whole thing about 6 years ago. Thank you so much, and we have grown. We got a bigger facility, and we're really, really thrilled to be here. It's a great sounding room, and it's an honor to be in this chair every Monday night. So thank you so much. Thanks to all the listeners as well. And Brooke, thank you. We're
Thank you, Gavin.
looking forward to working with you.
I
Big
agree.
time. I'm
I agree.
anxious to see what's going to come out of it.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Big time.
We'll see.
All right. Why don't you close us out then?
Okay, I'll do this last song called Popsicle Days. It's a song I wrote about summertime, about my childhood. It's a fun song. I haven't played it in a minute, so we'll see how it goes. But it's called Popsicle Days. Water running down, slip and slide, grass wet, tickling my toes, baseball glove and ball in hand, pop fly, son of mine, a busted nose, hide and seek in the backyard, blowing bubbles in that summer wind, smelling honeysuckle on her bare feet, sleepovers with my best friend, popsicle days in the warm sunshine, summer days playing, just wasting time. Not a word in the world, and everything is fine. But there was a journey back to childhood. Yet doesn't it sound so good? I wish I could go back to popsicle days. Popsicle days. Popsicle days. I ride my bike up and down the street, trying to catch that ice cream truck. The basketball and swim all day, found a 4-leaf clover for some good luck. Popsicle days in a warm sunshine, summer days playing, just wasting time. Not a word in the world, and everything is fine. If there was a journey back to childhood, yeah, doesn't it sound so good? I wish I could go back to popsicle days. Popsicle days. Popsicle days. If I could go back in time to that childhood of mine, I pretend it was in my younger years again. And popsicle days in warm sunshine, summer days playing, just wasting time. Not a worry in the world, and everything is fine.
Lightning bugs in a mason jar, sparklers on the 4th of July. Dreading school will start again soon, counting the stars up in the night sky. Popsicle days